Waste all my niggas said they trying to change the place. I took off on niggas.
And welcome back to the Bullring Podcast. And welcome back to the Bullring Podcast, Season 6. It's your host, Candid. You can find me at I Am Candid 2020 on Instagram. You can find me at I Am Candid Photography on Facebook. And of course, you can find me at the Bullring Podcast on Facebook and Bullring Podcast on Instagram. And you know we got...
It's your boy, Word Sinatra. You can find me at Word Sinatra. Big Word Sinatra, Pressure Boys 912.
Okay.
We still got the 20% going off on all pressure wash houses. 20% off for the rest of the month. And Bullring Podcast, no 2020.
Facts.
Bullring Podcast, Facebook, Instagram. And hey man, what's up?
What's up, man? How you been, man? It's about the hurricane outside.
You know how Savannah weather is.
Man, on and off, man.
Man.
Bipolar.
Yeah, man, especially Savannah.
Don't make
we
no
don't need no hurricane, no floods, no nothing. I don't know. I could take the days off work though.
They be saying that a lot of the hurricanes miss Savannah because it's haunted.
Nah, see, okay. I heard the story I heard that about Savannah is that Savannah is really blessed. I heard that Savannah like it's something like they say the slave that was bought over.
I heard something about it too.
Protects us from the hurricanes or something like that because bro, we don't miss it. Like we done barely, you know what I'm saying?
Missed a bit.
All it takes for the eye of a hurricane to come through Savannah,
and
that's it. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right because a lot of Savannah is like below sea level.
Yeah, Savannah, New Orleans, and Charleston sit below, and that's why they the main ports, cities, because all of them sit below water. That's why New Orleans got fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's why they all talking about.
That's why they all look alike too. They call them the city, the sister cities. Yeah. That's why they all look alike.
When I went to New Orleans,
it looked like Savannah.
It looked just like Savannah, man.
Yeah, Charleston too. You go to Charleston downtown, it looked just like Savannah.
Bro, power ships and all. It looked like the same. It looked like the boardwalk.
All that. New Orleans looked just like Savannah, bro. It's straight up, bro.
But man, you know how we do here on the Bullring Podcast. We actually have two guests here today. And we don't introduce people because we are firm believers that only their words can describe them. So, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? It's Quan, owner of BXM Visuals. It's a collective blunt X minded. You can find me on BXM Quan Don. That's my personal page. But if you want to get business, you can find me at bxm.entertainment on Instagram, where you can get my photos, videos. I do some of all that. So, that's who I am. Coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Here in Savannah, Georgia now. Shout out to y'all for putting me on this podcast.
He didn't even say musician, man. That was his song.
You're right. But first off, I'm an artist. First and foremost, because really that's what pushed me to do camera stuff. Because I was like, all right, I'm gonna do something to get into a room. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that'd get me in the room with them artists. So they can hear me. And my music, so you want to stream my music, go on all platforms, Quan Don. That song right there soon to be released, but everything else you can go catch all my songs. That's an exclusive. You
know how we do it.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the Bullring Podcast. That's a Bullring Podcast exclusive. Hey, introduce yourself too, man.
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm Justin Zachary. From Baltimore originally. Moved down from Pennsylvania. I've been down here with me and my wife. Started a preschool together. Well, started off as a daycare.
Oh, he getting straight into it. Hold on. Where can everybody find you? Where can everybody find you first?
You can find me on Instagram at made2_create or also at JZack Creations. I'm a visual artist.
Nice, man.
Barber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that. Man of many talents.
So you ride with Davis. You ride with Davis, period, or against anybody.
We just moving.
No, I'm talking about Davis. Oh yeah. Well, anybody.
Of course.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah.
But how we normally start off these interviews, man, is a segment called the Bull Rush, man.
This is when I ask you 5 questions. You ain't answering no response. I mean, you just give a response. You ain't gotta explain it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You ain't gotta. You know what I'm saying? Because however you put it out, that's what it is. It's for people to get to know you kind of fast. All right. What's your favorite artist? Like, who's your favorite artist? What I mean by favorite artist, I ain't mean just musically. It could be art, you know what I'm saying, video, whoever, you know what I'm saying? You could say Hype Williams if you wanted to, but who's your like? It could be music too, but who's your favorite artist?
I'm gonna have to go with Cole. Cole, my favorite artist.
J. Cole?
Yeah, J. Cole.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Tough. I'm a Jamie Foxx fan, man.
Jamie Foxx, comedian.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
for what? For
Everything.
seeing now the one that
Everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's everything. All right, bet.
All right.
All that.
All right. What era would you like to live in?
Shoot. Honestly, I like the era I'm in because I feel like we getting more money now.
Yeah. All right.
You know?
All right.
Shit, the 90s was crazy. The 90s was lit.
Okay. All right.
90s. I'll say 90s.
The 90s. Okay. Yeah, I like the 90s too, bro. This right here is what you know what I'm saying? I know we all got somebody, but it's just a quick question. Yeah. All right. You will marry one, you will one night one, and you will never deal with one. And I got, out the three you could pick, you got Beyonce, you got Eve, and you got J-Lo. You could marry one, one night one, never touch one.
All right, I'm gonna have to go with. I guess I'm gonna have to marry Beyonce. You feel me? Simply because, you know, she done held down a relationship for a minute.
Yeah,
You have to see
okay.
to kick the nigga shit out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and hold that one down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to hit, J-Lo.
Yeah.
The one night,
Of course, you feel me? And then
You ain't gonna touch Eve.
you gonna have to just. You feel me? I'm sorry, but look, hey,
It is
J-Lo
what
and
it is.
Beyonce up there.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm on the same way. Marry
You-
Beyonce, Side Night J-Lo.
All right, all
I'm
right.
sorry.
Sorry, you.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
man.
say,
The Paul Prince didn't do it for you?
Yeah.
No.
She married the white boy anyway.
yeah, fuck with us anyway.
Fact. Hey, bad damn, man. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Give me your 5 top. Like if you was a starter 5 in the NBA, if you're gonna start a 5, it can be from anything. I'm talking about you could say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for your center. You're starting 5: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Your top 5.
I ain't too much of a basketball watch. I'm football. You feel me? But
All right.
I had to go with Shaq. You know what I'm saying, for my center.
All right.
I mess with LeBron. Where he played power forward, small forward.
Small forward.
Small forward. Yeah, he played both really. Yeah,
I pick
yeah.
LeBron. What Curry play point guard. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick Curry up.
So you got a shooting guard and a small forward.
All right. So what Julius Erving play?
He was a small forward.
Small forward.
He was a small
All right,
forward.
so
All right, so you need a shooting guard.
All right, shooting guard Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What about you?
If we going off just picking, like favorite wise,
Yeah.
y'all gonna call me dirty, but I'm gonna take James Harden at the 1,
Okay.
Ooh.
Ray Allen at the 2.
All right.
I'm gonna put Bron at the 3, Melo at the 4, and I'm gonna take Shaq at the 5.
Yeah, I want to say Shaq always gonna be my
That's an
center.
interesting
You know what I'm
five.
saying?
So
That's a shooting 5.
Yeah.
If you could change, if you can go back and change, like if you can go back any time in your life and like start all over, like where you could be like, okay, bro, I got it from right here. What age would that be?
man, probably like 16.
Yeah. So high
16.
school.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I can make better decisions, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like hang out with some different people, you feel me, that's going to do something that's going to build towards, what I want now. You know what I'm saying? Because then I was just trying to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, have with some female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, damn, bro, we was making money. We should have just
We should have
put it
invested
together.
that
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? We would
Straight up.
cut grass, but we ain't do that with the bread. Just get.
Yeah. All right.
Shit. I'll probably say like 19, like 19,
Yeah.
19, 20.
Yeah, I'm about to say like fresh out of high school for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Year of college.
Yeah,
Couple years,
yeah.
early years in college.
Yeah.
Make a little bit smarter decisions.
Yeah.
I would say around that time.
Okay. That was the bull rubber.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
What
I say the
what
same
would be
thing.
your answer?
After high school. I
After
say
high
about
school?
18, 19. Like once I stopped going to school, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't doing smart shit. I would run the streets, hustling.
Right.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I think
My lifestyle was totally
I
different
think
from
it'd be
that.
21. I don't think I can go back to a time in which they tell me I can and can't do something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
back at 21, the youngest possible with being able to do everything.
Yeah, even sometimes
I
high
feel
school
that.
though, high school,
Yeah.
like you said with the crowd.
Yeah.
I probably been hanging around with the nerds and stuff like that. Yeah,
Because
you
see,
know?
like, I ain't gonna lie. I started.
That's all cap.
Bro, but you know, I was cool though in high school.
Man,
Like,
everybody thinks it's cool to be a nerd now, man.
No,
It's
like
cap.
bro, nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I was one of the people. I was cool with everybody. Like I hang with the nerds, you know what I'm saying? Because they were doing the homework, you know what I'm saying? Like they just be like, "Hey, bro, I'm walking
For the
around
fact
with
that
bros."
you calling them nerds is
Man, my
Okay,
bad.
it means that he was
Man, you know,
there.
so in high school, you wasn't calling them nerds, bro. You know,
They was the homies. Everybody.
Yeah,
I was really cool with everybody.
If in high school they were the nerds, you were not their friend. Listen to me, bro.
man.
Everybody was a homie.
Now, see, but I grew up kind of fast. You feel me? So like at 16, that was the first time I really moved out. You know what I'm saying? So like I moved in with my cousin, but I had more of like a, you know, you do what you want to. You feel what I'm saying? Like my 18th birthday, we had kegs, and you know what I'm saying? We get lit.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that was real.
I moved out my mama's house on my senior year of high school. Me and my partner got our own spot. You know what
You see what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? Yeah, bro. I don't even think I should have did that. I was just being grown, man. My dude got to the point she was like, "Oh, no, you can't be bringing them chicks in the
You
crib."
feel me?
and shit.
Yeah.
So it's
Them
like,
fast-
shit, yeah, we both
them
working
fast
at
girls.
Wendy's. I'm like, shit. My partner like, shit, let's go half on the spot, bro. Shit.
Oh.
And you know, rent was cheap back in them days, bro.
man.
Shit, we paid like $600 a
That
month.
shit was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet.
I
you
ain't
know?
get to see that. You feel me? Like,
Man, bro, I remember my first rent was like $450, bro.
dang.
You feel me? All together, like throughout the whole month, I might pay like $700-800 in bills, bro.
That's back when you can get like $500-600 a month for like everything included. Too.
Come on, man.
Cable and all, bro.
I'm telling you,
Comcast
bro.
competition too. Oh, man. Sign me up. Like,
Man, I wish.
So
But,
what got you into videography or into
Yeah.
music?
So,
So you say you grew up fast.
when I first started out music, you know, I always see my brother. I got two older brothers, right? And I grew up seeing them rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Seeing them be in the streets, all kind of stuff like that. But like, I always knew I didn't want to, but I knew I wanted to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like I know, but I always was chasing the dream to be like football. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I moved around so much, so that wasn't really real for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was good, but it wasn't real. It wasn't
Yeah.
reality. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really come to my games like that. So,
Yeah.
but like, music always, you know, has been a part of me, and like, it's really the only thing I really feel like passion. Like, you know, when you do something, and like you feel like your adrenaline start rushing, you start
Yeah.
feeling like, damn, I love doing this. You feel me? That's
yeah.
how I feel when I make music. So like, I've been doing it for years. Everywhere I went, I had a studio. Shoot, my first studio, my brother bought it. I was in like 9th grade.
Yeah.
Had it in my crib, my mom's house. It wasn't nothing but some Audacity. I don't know if y'all record music, but
Yeah.
like Audacity, a free little program you can record on. Can't do nothing special to it, but
Yeah.
you know, just always love music, man. It's always been a passion for me, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what if all the videos start coming in?
So videos started coming in when I started realizing, like, all right, music is expensive, right? It's a business. So it's not just, oh, I'm good no more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Back in the day, people dropping the check just because.
Yeah.
But now if you ain't got the following, you ain't got the image, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I started thinking in marketing, right? So I started thinking to myself, like, how can I get myself in that position? I know I want to be in an entertainment company business, so like how do I get into that position? So I was like, I'm gonna pick up the camera. I know I'll get in rooms with artists. I can network. I can start getting my name out there more. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing it, and I started on my phone, on the iPhone X.
Yeah.
And the videos was clean. Like, they was coming out like
Yeah.
clean. My first ones was free, but then people started paying me.
Yeah.
I was like, dang. So then, really, I just kept on doing it, and
Yeah.
now it's to the point. It's like
Yeah,
I
it's
do
a-
it.
yeah,
Second nature.
it's
You know what I'm
second nature
saying?
now,
So
yeah.
like, really, that's the goal, to try to get in those rooms.
And you told me you said you was from Baltimore.
I'm from Fayetteville, North
Oh,
Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. My fault.
It's
But what brought you here?
So when I originally moved here in high school, you know what I'm saying, when I was like 16, I moved out of my mom's crib. We ain't really have a place, you know, we was staying at the time. So it was like, because I think our crib went up like foreclosure or something, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it was like, me and her was at, 16, you starting to be like, you feeling yourself, you know what I'm saying? You starting to feel like, man, I'm becoming a man.
Yeah.
And I ain't have a dad around, so it was like, all right, like, we ain't, you know, you only can tell me so much, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I ended up moving down here with my cousin and stuff, trying to get a better lifestyle. Like, I went to South Effingham, It's a whole different ball
you went
game
to
from
South FL.
man. It's a whole. I'm talking about, bro. It be
My
like,
son go to South FL Elementary, man, but
man, look,
yeah.
it be like three white. It be like 3 black dudes per class. I'm talking about 3 black dudes per class.
How my son class is right now is probably. Well, last year when I went, I ain't went this class thing this year. Last year I went, it was only 1 black girl and 2 black boys, and he was one of the black boys.
How is that as a parent?
It throws me off because I'm nervous, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be like, boy, I hate for my son to come home and tell me somebody said something. Like, bro, man, I don't have to go up to that school for all kind of my like spitting, bro. My son done been spit on, bro, but he spit it back. Yeah. But he spit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. The principal, yeah. I get a phone call, I'm going up there, the teacher trying to explain what happened, but my understanding is, you know what I'm saying, this is my, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, first of all, he outnumbered already, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I put him in karate, though, so, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of schools, man, talking about him and his school and his preschool that he runs, but I ain't gonna interrupt what you had, the thought that you had going on. You said,
what would you say?
No, the thought that you had going on, that you was going through the school, you moved from.
I had moved here, right, and I kind of like, it was like, okay, it's a change up. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing like where I'm from, like if you getting money and you ain't like in the streets or something, like you working like a chicken plant, or a hog plant. You know what I'm saying? So like when I got here, I was seeing people having money, people going to college. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing I can say, it's a lot of the other race there, but like for education, bro, like that's a great place for your son to be.
Oh yeah, South FM, bro. That's the reason I moved out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro. Like
I moved out here just cause South FM is one of the best, like the top 25 in the state, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come to education. So if I'm gonna give him a chance, you know what I'm saying? At least I give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Chance. Like bro. Cause I mean, I went to Savannah High. I went to Chatham School, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Them folks just taking the book in front of you and telling you, hey, learn. You know what I'm saying? Get what you can get out of it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Man, like he really got it. Like they sit there and they show him, bro. That's one thing I can say. Like you can't fault a child on how they raised at home. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with the teachers, bro. You know what I'm saying? But as far as education wise, bro, man, my son getting it. I can't say they ain't teaching him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
So he could, man. My son can read, bro. Like. You can pick that bitch up and go, you know. Man. He might not. He at the point where he trying to understand it when he read. He can't like if you ask him like he'll read it in front of you, no fuck us. But if you be like, okay, what you just read, he at that point he can be like, all right, let me think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he start comprehending.
But reading,
he got it down.
Yeah, he got that down pat. You know what I'm saying? Good. So I get what you saying about the difference though, but it's an opportunity, bro. Like all my nephews go out here, all of them graduated, bro.
Bro, I played football, right? When I tell you the workout plan, top tier.
Yeah,
I'm talking about, man, I'm taking weightlifting. We pulling sleds, pushing sleds in gym class. Like, you ain't doing that, you know, running parachutes.
Nah, do that no Chatham, cuz, for real.
Resources.
You said what?
The resources.
Yeah, the resources, definitely.
Facts, bro. Facts. With the school thing, though, what made you get into it? You know what I'm saying, with you and your wife?
Shit, honestly, man, it was her vision, for real.
Yeah.
Like, it was her vision. We moved down here. We both worked in childcare. Like, we went to school for it.
Yeah.
Graduated from Penn State with a degree working with kids with behavior issues and autism.
Yeah.
And we did it, and for a while she's always talked about opening a daycare. I grew up around it with my mom doing, working in like schools a lot. So she came to the idea about like, let's start one, and I'm like, shit, I knew how to work, so I'm go work, get the money, help, get it started. Bought a home, started off like a small room in one of the middle rooms, and now we have a whole addition to the house where we run the school together. Got about 9 kids. It's moving, man. But it's opened doors to other things. You know what I mean? Other things we have going on. So like my artistry helped me. It allowed me to step away from quitting my job 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Now you can focus on what you need to focus on and do what you need to do.
Finished barber school. I'm about to be a master license, and I'm just taking my artwork, because I do a lot of visual canvas work. So cuts and canvases is going to be the brand, where I'm just promoting, haircuts for the community, art for the community. Like I used to be a kid in college that sold like $25 sketches, and now I say I can sell, I'm selling $1,000 paintings. It's dope. Like it's a cool feeling, like this the appreciation that people give me. It's like, man, like I'm just not that little fat kid that can draw.
How old you was? What age were you was at when you knew that like the drawing thing was gonna work for you?
And well, as far as like something that can be sustainable.
Yeah, or when you find out like, hey, well, I'm good at this. You know what I'm saying? Or you just always had that talent?
I've always like I guess I grew up drawing like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, like the little stuff we grew up on, you know. Yeah. But like I would say like back, everybody always said it like, yo, why you don't do anything with it, you know? That was one of the biggest reasons why my wife wanted to move to the South, like to Savannah, because of how big the art scene is, you know. And she's seen it, she's seen the vision. I'm just like, you know, I grew up like she used to always usually bump heads because she would like, what's your vision, like what's your dreams, like what you want to do long term? And I'm like, shit, the way I grew up, like we just want to make sure we get to tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Straight up,
make sure
you know what I'm saying?
Make sure we straight, you know what I mean? But like over the years, it's like, all right, you know, like I done helped build her vision as far as like the school, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, I see, I'm running, you know, managing companies at Verizon and different jobs, man. And I'm like making them millions, money's getting made, you know what I mean? I'm getting paid commission. I'm like, all right, I'm good at this sales life, you know, I'm good at this managing people. I can start a business as I did with the wife, so like, why not do it for myself? You know what I mean? Like, why not take this? You know, I'm looking at like commission-based jobs. I'm looking at haircut, and I'm like, man, because as an artist, I'm like, I know they say starving artist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sell paintings on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So I don't want to make it seem like that, but it's like I gotta find something that's gonna be more sustainable on a day-to-day. You know what I mean? So it was either tattoo or a barbering. And I'm like, I used to play with the Clippers a little bit back in the day. You know what I mean? I'm like, in college, I'm like, I can get back into that. And
you know about tattooing though? The way that you draw, you know what I'm saying?
I thought about it many times, but I'm like, man, fade gonna grow back.
Yeah.
You feel me? That fade will grow back.
Yeah. Once you do tattoo one time, after the body covered up is over.
I can get clean to the fade, and that'll progress. And the tattooing, of course, but the hair cutting, I knew I would catch it quicker. You know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean? Like, it was always a thought, you know what I mean? But once my mom transitioned 2 years ago, and I'm like, you know what? She was 53. She was young, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, if I'm 33, 20 years, if I gotta go, let me move on my time. You know what I mean? Forget these corporate companies, you know what I mean?
With quitting your job, like, is it like, just explain how, like, because I don't want people to think it's easy just to, hey, man.
It's not easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy, man. It was a honestly, it was humbling. It was humbling for real, because to be real, like for the longest, I've always, you know, been a bread runner where I'm making money. Yeah. You know, I'm supporting the home, making sure, you know what I mean? So once the business got started, it was like I'm working and the business is growing, you know what I mean? But the wife is good, you know what I mean? Like that's in my mind. But then like I said, 2 years ago, my mom transitioned, I was at work and I'm like, man, I can't, like mentally, I don't know if I can be here, bro. You know what I mean? I was a banker at the time at Wells Fargo, you know what I mean? And as a banker, you know, you got to deal with people when DC's loved ones passed away. You know, like, oh, I need to close their accounts. But now, it was a week straight. I remember I had 3 customers back to back. They're like, my mom just died. And, you know, you got to go to work and put your work face on. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, hello, how you doing? You know what I mean? But on top of that, I had the grieving face. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want to talk about this shit right now. You know what I mean? Like, I want to work. I want to do my job and go home. I was in the office one time. Dude was like, big dude, right? Cool. And this was, at the time, I used to be heavy. You know what I mean? So we just picture 2 big dudes in the office crying. You know, that's why I call my wife and say, "Yo, baby, I'm not coming back to work tomorrow. I can't do this no more, bro." I said, "I don't know if I can do this no more, bro." Like, cause it just I gotta step away and regroup. You know what I mean? Get my mental right. You know what I mean? Went to therapy, got my mental right, man. And I told my wife, I said, "Look, I'm about to go to barber school. I'm about to do this. Like, I'm done playing with a vision of, you know, I finally had that vision that, you know, we talk about, you know what I mean? But like you said, you were talking about like the resources in the schools and stuff. Like growing up, you don't always have the opportunity to like see that. For sure. I feel like for you to want something like for you to even think about being an entrepreneur, that has to be something you have to grow up seeing. You know what I mean? But like now, like me and my wife talk about just being appreciative. Like we take moments to just like reflect. Like, man, like our daughters are watching this. You know what I mean? Like they're seeing this. They're 2 years old, 4 years old, and they're like, man, like we do what we want, but we move in our own time. We move in our own terms. That's how they're going to grow up.
It's a completely different environment than other people. And you speaking, coming from Fayetteville, coming to Savannah, especially, or Effingham, it's completely different. My upbringing, man, I come from North Carolina too, but I started off in the country out there in Oxford. But I was homeschooled, so I actually like kind of took to when I heard about your preschool that you had started and all that type of stuff, because for my parents, they felt that it was better for us to learn in a more closed environment.
More control.
I mean, it had its plus and minuses, of course. It had its plus and minuses, and it makes you kind of socially awkward, especially once you get into the
high schools and
high school age and all that. Because I went to public school once I went into like the upper grades and stuff like that. But like smarts wise, man, learning like that type of thing, I was leaps and bounds above everybody else because it wasn't like learning to test. It was like learning to comprehend, and then once you comprehend it, then you thirst for more knowledge. Like so, they allowed us to kind of find our own thing that we wanted to be good at instead of, oh, you're gonna have this quiz right here, or you're gonna have this test. Because a lot of students can't take tests, and a lot of students can't like. This is what you're gonna do. This, and memorize this, and this is what the test is gonna be on. That's not how people learn. Some people learn from experience. Some people learn from curiosity, all that type of stuff.
Most people are though, but you, like you said, it's learning to learn. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these tests and stuff. Like I'm dealing with that now. I'm taking the master barber license test. It's like I'm a hands-on. You show me something, I got you. Right?
I got you.
This test is nothing to do with what we're going to be doing on a regular basis.
Nah,
you know what I mean? That's how many times you felt like that in schools. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So to learn, not to memorize, is a big difference. You know what I mean? Like.
Damn. All right. Okay. Explain that, because you say learn to learn, not learn to memorize.
Right.
Because like you just said, in schools, you gotta think. It takes you months to learn like one topic. They'll talk about Christopher Columbus for like 2-3 months. Why do you think homeschool kids graduate earlier? Because they ain't wasting their time. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're learning the material.
And keep it going.
They keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like instead, you in school, they sitting there pounding on all these facts about Christopher Columbus and all these people. You know what I mean? Like in
it's
history,
more like daycare.
It's just like you know what I mean. And it's more so social too. That's why you said you focused on. You were learning. You were smarter. You were ahead of the scale because you had time to focus on what you need to focus on. You know what I mean?
Ground floor.
Yeah, the foundation. You know what I mean?
Great
Like
foundation.
Right.
if that with a weak foundation, what's next? You know what I mean? All this stuff you see dealing with.
What they say public school do nothing but train you to go to work.
Yo, you in school for 8 hours.
Hey,
that's wild.
See, one thing I say, right? Shout out to South Effingham again, right? Look, bro, we was in that school, right? You had this thing called a pathway where you decided what you wanted to do after school, right? So I was in business management, right? So all my electives was geared towards business. So I was already learning spreadsheets. I was already learning, you know what I'm saying? Like all the ins and out business ethics, you know what I'm saying? Like, so really, like how y'all moved to this area, bro, that's the best thing.
Bro, I'm 40 years old, bro. And my school, my
40?
school. Yeah, bro.
You don't like it, bro.
Yeah. I drink a lot of water.
I need to drink some more.
But bro, I'm 40, bro. I went to Savannah High, bro. I graduated in 2001. When I went to that school like a year ago, it's totally different. Like when I went there, bro, they ain't had barber, like, you know what I'm saying? But you can go to school to learn how to be a barber in high school or welding and stuff like that. When you pull up to Savannah High right now, they got all that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go, they got motherfucking salons. They teaching kids how to do hair, barber school, welding school. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, why they ain't had this? Like I would have wanted to come to school and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, like I always felt like teaching somebody a trade is way more better than teaching them a book. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you need a book. Don't get me wrong. You need a book. You need to read. Reading is fundamental. Without reading, you don't have nothing. But I'm just talking about just a trade. You know what I'm saying? In school, I feel like you should teach us a trade. Like you said, we don't need to know about no Christopher Columbus. I need a trade, bro. I need to know how to get out here and work when I walk up out this.
Y'all learned about Christopher Columbus a lot in school?
Yeah, but your parents probably taught you about our history. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and y'all talk about like the different cultures, bro. I went from a city school in Baltimore. Like, I think it was like I can only remember like maybe 1 or 2 white kids in my school in Baltimore. I moved to a small town in Pennsylvania called Dover. Cool people. I had a good time out there. But I was one of 15 minorities in my senior class, and that includes other than black.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was 3 in my graduating class.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So talk about a culture shock. You know what I mean? It took us like a month to learn how to like go to sleep because it was just different. Like it was too quiet.
You
didn't hear the city. You didn't hear the light. The same.
That's how it is out here.
And that's why I understand the fact that that culture shock where you was like, ooh, It's good. It has its perks. You know what I mean?
It does.
You get more resources for your sports, for your education. But then you miss it. But then you gotta expose them to the things that they're gonna deal with later on in life with
the real life.
Mixed races. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get around different races. Everybody don't act the same. You know what I mean? Everybody don't appreciate you the same. Everybody don't respect you the same.
Facts.
So that's where you learn to respect yourself and stand on your respect.
Stand on it. Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and my old lady have a debate all the time about what's the next move as far as our house, because like we love where we at, because you know it's with us, you know what I mean. But like you said, the schools, that's why we starting off. You know, we doing the homeschooling starting off just because we know that we can control the narrative. I always say I don't want to expose my babies to the world as much as I can.
Yeah.
Eventually they're gonna go. They're gonna whether it's 10th, 5th grade. You know, what I mean, they may come to and say, hey, I don't want to be homeschooled no more, and that's okay. But it's also like, man, now I got to get ready to
society, bro. Yeah. I can't control these kids out here.
Bro, and the kids is ruthless, bro. Like we was ruthless. I know y'all was cutting jokes, talking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know kids is ruthless. Like yo, I used to work with kids, bro. I remember I had in the 5th grade, learning support class. Buddy ankles was ashy, bro, and I was trying to be professional. I was trying to be professional. Little kid came over, threw a bottle of Jergens at him, said, "You need this, bro." I said, "No." I'm like, God, don't laugh, don't laugh. It's my client, but it's like, yo, that's. Kids is ruthless.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You know we was ruthless when we was young. Yeah, bro. Like, come. We had real bullying.
Yeah.
This bullying they got going on,
it's different. It's weird.
Yeah. We had real like. Hey, I'm gonna walk this way home today. I'm not going that way. You know what I'm
You gotta shoot the fair way. You know.
Hey, dude gonna beat me up if I go down that street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had to be on your P's and Q's. You had to know who to be around, who to hang with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different ballgame. But you know, just me growing up and going through that type of stuff. If I had a chance, I got a chance to change it for my kids, and I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have bought a house anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But I was just more on, okay, it's not about me. I'm gonna be at this house for a while. I need to be in the area where my son can get the best.
Everything.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And Effingham ain't nothing but up the street. I take it to Effingham. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You gotta make sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? So
sacrifice is huge.
Facts, bro. Facts. You know.
Speaking of sacrificing, right? A lot of times in business, you gotta sacrifice your time. You gotta sacrifice your efforts to be able to collaborate with other people. To understand that sometimes it's not always about the betterment of just you. It's the betterment of everybody as a whole. But how do you feel about like the collaboration efforts here in Savannah when it comes to music on your end, and then when it comes to like your art and things of that nature on your end?
Also videos, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
So how has it been trying to collaborate with people, trying to share a vision to get new places and for you too?
So when it comes to like, as far as music, it's really like people work, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't really tapped too much into like, you know, the big scene in Savannah, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to music. So I've been doing music, you know, myself pretty much. You know what I mean? I know some connections, you know, but I don't really like I don't really too much, you know, dive into the Savannah scene. You know, I be trying to go to Atlanta and North Carolina, and, you know, all just different places all around. And then as far as like the video scene, like, man, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. And really only say it's tough because it's like, you know, you got people doing it. And so people like skeptical because they like, yo, I don't know, because I ain't really like what I got from this other dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I mean, I feel like everything's marketing. You know what I'm saying? As far as you want to push it. You see what I'm saying? Look, I ain't from here, and I got consistent clients. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing bad, but it could be better. So I assume, you know, just if it was a bigger, more stuff for those things. You see what I'm saying? Like, you go to Atlanta, you got murals here, so you want to shoot a video, you can be in front of it. You got this here, you can do that. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, is, you know, here is like a lot of people standing on porches. You know what I'm saying? Not doing like, they don't really want the, I don't really want to say they don't want it, but like they don't want the, I feel like, the cinematic stuff. They want the underground look. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to push is like the music videos you seeing on the TV. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. I don't want to push the underground. I don't really want people bodies jumping out of. I don't want that. Like, you go watch a famous person video, they're not doing that. It's about setting the scene, you know, setting up a treatment. You see what I'm saying? So it's harder to come by that because it's like that come with a price. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna be able to charge $250 for this video because like it's a lot to come to it. I'm a
Yeah,
doctor. I'm a director. You see what I'm saying?
We hype William in this thing because I need that check. You
feel me? Because
Yeah.
shooting a video is deeper than like it's deeper than just being a videographer. You feel me? Like even as a photographer, right? We really be playing other jobs. You see what I'm saying? Like when we go take pictures, you supposed to be the photographer or the videographer, right? Then you got a creative director. You see what I'm saying? So like it's really supposed to be somebody directing this dude while he's shooting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we got to embody all of that in one person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like really what you're supposed to be charging, people ain't willing to pay that here.
So have you thought to try to reach out to other people that are creative directors or are people that's like on your same level to be able to collaborate, like here in Savannah, to be able to be like, okay, I want to make this cinematic type video. And you know, the same people that I'm dealing with that normally pay me, they're not really looking for what I'm trying to put out.
Yeah.
So now I can reach out to this other person who's feeling the same way that I'm feeling. Like I'm a creative director, but everybody wants to be in the same style and the same everything. You know how Savannah people, everybody want to copy each other on style. And
we on the
everything.
block.
I want to do something different, man. I want different poses and different scenes and tell a story with it, right?
Yeah.
There's people out there, bro.
Nah, you
so,
right,
like,
though.
So that's why I mean, like, leading into, like, the collaboration effort, right? So, like, here in Savannah, there is opportunity, but I've seen that a lot of people are afraid to collaborate with other people because they're afraid that, like, either they're taking their idea or their competition or their, you know what I mean? Different reasons. It's a plethora of reasons.
I hate
why.
the competition thing about Savannah.
Yeah, it don't mean no sense.
I shot with one. Well, I won't say one, but this is one artist. I don't know if y'all know him. Salt Life. Bruh serious. Like, bruh, hey, he serious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he ready to go all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy working with him because it was like he knew what he wanted. He had a direction in his mind. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid to pay the money.
Yeah.
You
He
see
also
what I'm
has a
saying?
manager too, though.
And he got a manager.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say. Yeah, he also
but
has a manager.
He ready to really do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being like, oh, I'm a rapper. You see, it's like bro saying like, I'm a teacher, right? But he opened a school instead of just being like, I'm a teacher.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
he ain't just be like, all right, I'm just gonna do okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open a little daycare. You know what I'm saying? Have a few kids. Like, he like, nah,
I'm about to next level this shit.
accelerate it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
But what about you with collaborating when it comes to like paintings or when it comes to like venues with like showcasing art? Is it hard to be able to find people that's on the same page as you or on the same mind frame as you, or is it pretty easy here in Savannah because of the arts and things like that?
For me, honestly, it's been great as far as the collaborations. Honestly, the collaborations what kind of got me on. Shout out to Zay Hutchins over at Low Pro, tattoo artist out here, painter, everything. He's a dope artist. He's kind of been like a mentor to me as far as like just getting started in this, like getting my artwork out there. He pushed me a lot as far as like, 'cause my wife was always like, you need to do something with it. You know what I mean? You need to do something with it. And I linked up with Zay, chopped it up with him, and he started hosting those Sunday supper showcases. And I finally like put my work out there, and the feedback I got, it was like from all the, because it's a group of artists. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Canvas Cousins. You know what I mean? Like we all, you know, they all amazing creators. So I mean, like I'm talking about like just bouncing ideas off of one another, and just as far as like, even if it was somewhere where you felt like you were stumped on a piece and might got some feedback, and even if they just give you critiquing, you know what I mean. So it's, as far as me and like being in the community of artists here in Savannah, for my journey, it's been great because I mean everybody's been very supportive.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I got customers, like regular customers. I got regular supporters, you know what I mean, that buy art from me. That some people haven't bought art at all, but they share my stuff all the time, and they just like to see. I mean, that's the stuff that I like. That gives me like fuel. It's like, man, like you got your family at home that give you feedback. Like, oh, that sounds great. You know what I mean? That looks great.
Yeah.
And then you got strangers. I'm talking about
sure.
like, when a stranger hit you, like, man, this is amazing. You know what I mean?
That be me with like especially with our podcast, bro. When I be having people from different countries, bro, be hitting us up like, hey, bro, I like that last episode. I'd be like, damn, I might look and see where bro's from. Bro's all the way from goddamn Paris, from goddamn
right. And our partners here,
and our partners in America can't even listen to our shit, but we got motherfuckers in Paris listening to our.
We got people that been on the show and won't even listen to their own show.
damn,
Fact.
That's happened to us before, but we've been in this game for a little bit, man. So we had our bumps and bruises.
We had to understand that everybody don't look for it. Like I feel like this is a person opportunity to give their side of the story, their life, share whatever they want to share about themselves. But at the same time, like I tell people, this benefits you more than me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this is like your legacy, bro. You talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like your people, your family. If something was to happen to you, they can always go back and hear this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so when we there though, my bad. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, like bruh said, Savannah do show love in the sense of like, man, people booking. You know what I'm saying? Sharing, like you say, like don't let me act like people ain't. You know, in that aspect, people really show love though. Like,
but you know, it's always the people. It's sort of what like. It's sometimes it be the friends that's close to you that the one like you and I had to grow to learn this. You can't always expect people to share like because I remember I had one time an argument with a friend.
Everybody don't support the same way.
The same way. That way. You know what I'm saying? Like they might support their way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta accept that. You can't like the way you support, you can't expect for people to support you the same way. You know what I'm saying? So if they say they support, let them support the way they support. The way some people don't know how to share your shit. You know? That's all sometimes that's all it takes. You ain't gotta pay me or nothing like that. You ain't gotta bro, people don't understand how much a share.
It do.
Double tap.
Yeah, a little comment.
I'm starting to understand something though, bro. I just had like kind of like an epiphany right now. People don't support you the way that you support them. People support you the way you support yourself. Right? So if a lot of people think that support is supposed to come from everybody else. No, you're supposed to be looking inwardly for all the support that you need first and foremost. You know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna want it more than you want it. Nobody's gonna try as much as you try. If you're an entrepreneur, nobody's gonna want the success of your business the way that you want it. You're the one who's gonna benefit from it. So like, if you support yourself a certain way, you are setting a standard for yourself, right? So anyone that you even allow into your space has to support you this way, or you just stay away from it.
Because they know how you operate.
Because they already operate this way.
Posting and stuff, I used to like try to go viral. I'm like, yo, how do I go viral? How do I go viral? You know what I mean? And like I ain't never really went viral. I had a video go like 8K.
That's good.
And that's great. That was like one out of, but I look at it like this now. Like I even tell them like when we creating content at home, we doing, I'll be like, look, just post it.
Bro be telling me the same. Bro told he said stop looking at them numbers, bro. He always told me stop fucking them numbers.
All it takes is one person to like it, one person that's gonna share it, that get you that right opportunity, whatever. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna do what I do. I'm gonna put my motion out there. If you like me, if you don't, that's okay.
Oh well.
It's so well. You know what I mean? Like I be working out. I think I told you the other day. I work out a lot. I used to be big. I used to be about 400 pounds. I used to be big. You know what I mean? So now I appreciate being in shape. I work out a lot. I post little basketball videos. I had somebody come at me the other day like, hey, stop posting all those videos. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's stop showing off. Like, I'm not showing off. I'm just, I'm grateful. We all got the same time. I'm like, listen, we all got 24 hours. I get up at 5 a.m. to work out. You can too. You know what I mean? So it took a lot of work to get where I'm at. So I'm not going to dumb it down for you. You know what I mean? You can unfollow me or you can just leave me alone. That's okay. I love you just as much. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple as that. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, I appreciate where I'm at in life. And if you don't appreciate it, you don't have to follow me.
That's on you.
That's on you. You don't have to follow me.
But get what? Get what? You go see it.
You go see it.
You go see it.
And you'll go to those same people pages that saying those type of things about you, right? And you'll look under the page and they'll probably have like certain people liking their stuff, but they don't like it. Right. That's so strange to me. I go on people's pages and I look at their posts and they don't like their own posts. I always am the first person to like my post because why am I putting out here if I don't like it?
You know why though?
So I'm gonna like it first.
I think people are like and this is my opinion. It's not a fact. I don't want to throw out like this is why they don't do it. No.
Scientifically proven.
I think it might be like cause it's even crossed my mind before. I used to didn't like my own stuff too because I'm like it seemed like kind of cocky in a sense.
Conceited or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like. The more likes I got, the better it looks. So let me double tap this shit. I was like, I'm not. Who cares? Whatever. Like,
come on, man.
A number. Like,
confidence look like being conceited to someone who's not confident in themselves, right? So if they're not confident in themselves, me being confident in myself looks like I'm conceited. Looks like I'm better, acting like I'm better than the next person. No,
but it's being conceited wrong, bro. I like being like.
We could talk about it.
Love yourself.
I love, bro.
To an extent.
All right, first of all,
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead, bro.
First of all, we gotta make sure we get the same. What does conceited the book dictionary?
I love me, bro. Like I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Excessively conceited means excessively proud of oneself or vain.
What's wrong with that, though?
All right, so okay, now ask your question. He says, "What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?"
Yeah, man, I think there's a lot of stuff with being too proud. Like proud can blind a lot of stuff, bro. Like
I mean, ain't
being
falling,
too
but
proud.
it just I believe
this
in my
word is
excessive.
Excessively.
Anything,
And-
everything
So-
got to be in moderation.
But I'm not trying to say I'm obsessed, but I just know I believe in me. Even if
that's confidence.
even
You
if
love
I
yourself.
feel like I can't do it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be like, hey, bro, Shaq could be standing right there, young Shaq. He'd be like, hey, you think you could dunk on Shaq? Give me the ball. I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I can't do it, but.
So now you're going into
confidence. I'm gonna do it though.
Because that's going to get you hurt.
So you are going into conceited because if you looked at Shaq, knowing that you haven't practiced,
I'm talking about Orlando Magic Shaq.
And if you loved yourself.
Listen to what I'm saying. So there's a difference, right? So there's delusional, right? Delusions and stuff like that, and then there's real life because you be having these, like you saying that you're gonna lock up Jason Tatum. It's so weird,
bro.
So it's like these things are strange. So I can say that it's getting close to conceited, bro. It's getting close to being.
You said you love yourself. You said you love
I
yourself.
dunk on Ben Simmons.
So I think everybody. Somebody's like, nah, shoot that.
I don't know. He be beating my ass on 2K, boy.
That's why it's a video game.
Ben Simmons trash, bro.
Nah, don't get me wrong. He's a hooper. That bitch is elite. Like, if he came out here to hoop with bros, he will trash.
Yeah.
But he definitely was a letdown as far as league wise.
All right.
I respect all these
I
niggas.
accept
a lot
that.
from him.
I'm glad
I've
somebody-
seen.
I accept that.
Yeah,
I accept that.
But
Bro
that's what
always
I
get on
said
my
too,
head
though.
about that. Yo,
I
I
said that
accept
too.
that.
The nigga made it to
Bro
the
get
league.
on my head about that. That's what he
He made it
said.
to the
That's what he
league.
said. He like,
He will come out here and give us 100.
People be forgetting that. Like he's in the
them leagues are
NBA.
different. Them leagues, that's a different breed. Like, I respect to them league niggas about.
All right, so I remember you had spoke to you had started off selling like pictures for $20, and then now you're going all the way up to 1,000. So how was it when you were setting your worth, right? So setting your prices and setting your worth. This goes for videography as well, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, photography and pressure washing, I know with your business and stuff like that, because that's a lucrative business as well.
And
But
you
a lot of people
undercut
undercut themselves because they have the expertise to sell to these new heights of getting what they deserve, but you know they sell themselves short a little bit. So how did y'all come up with your worth and your prices? I'll start with you. Prices isn't worth, by the way. Prices isn't worth, but that's why I said how you come up with just prices and how does that correlate to what your art is worth?
Honestly, I think I'm still in the middle of that process. I know I've said my prices have gone up, some of my pieces, and I've honestly been learning kind of how to set a price, because I think that comes a part of my growth and my journey. You know what I mean? If I see that for example, if you've seen a person that shoots music videos, if you know you were shooting on an iPhone 10, you ain't gonna set a certain price as if you shooting on $1,000 camera. You know what I mean? And then you start seeing that you put
iPhone 10 is $1,000 camera.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Once you start putting more money and resources and learning, you're learning differently. You know what I mean? So somebody told me this. They were one of my mentors was like, look, what's gonna set you apart from other barbers? There's other barbers out there I know that are nicer than me when it comes to cutting hair. They've been cutting longer than me, but I come to the table with a different experience. You know what I mean? Barbers are low-key therapists. You know what I mean? You sit there and chop it up with them. No one has the experiences that I've had to have a conversation that I can have to make you feel the way you feel after getting your haircut. We all know as men, getting our haircut, that's the one time that you get to sit down and not have to worry about nothing. Like your kids, your lady,
Damn, bro. I didn't think about that. You right,
bro.
though.
You gotta think.
It's like therapy.
You can take the shit. You still getting distracted.
You right.
But you at the barbershop.
You right.
Put your phone down.
That, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The barbershop probably the best place for me when I go.
Cool.
I love. I enjoy. I look forward. Hey, I'm about to go to the barbershop, bro.
Mark my words, bro. In a couple years, man, I see myself in the shop. Vibe, like you just said, just chilling, some drinks, all my artwork up, cuts and canvases. It's gonna be a vibe, bro. But that's how I said it when I cutting your hair. I mean, we just chopping it up. We talking the same way we doing here. Real life stuff.
Hey, people confident because of you. You know what I'm saying? They leave the barber seat. They confident because of him.
You know what I mean? So it's just That's just why you want to just do it and just a community based. That's the main thing. Prices like I pretty much work my pricing off of my community. Honestly, like, and I'm not trying to say like I may dumb it down for one event or one thing, not. But like if I know if I'm doing a community based in a certain area, I might. You know what I mean? Throw some pieces out for the lower price. Or I might, you know what I mean, just to make it affordable, because that's literally part of my, you know what I mean, like my mission statement, affordable for the community, you know what I mean? But then I also see myself, my goal is to get into a gallery downtown, you know what I mean? So I can see my work on a bigger platform, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean, I'm kind of reached that goal come October, you know what I mean? I'll be down in Sulphur Studios, and but just, you know, just seeing where my stuff is at, that's where I kind of like, I won't say that's how I base my price, but like, I don't know. I think the bigger pieces I'm going, the bigger, the better quality. I'm getting better. Like it's dope because every piece I do, I'm like, man, like I impress myself. I don't even want to sell this thing. I'm like,
before bro start talking, I just got this one question.
Yeah,
you can share it if you want.
Yeah.
How much was that Black Panther picture you sold for?
$1,000.
I think you could have got more than that off.
But
that shit was hard. That shit, it was hard, bro. Like, I think if Chad was alive, you would have had to give it to him, bro.
And I want that's my next thing. I see a lot of my friends, you know what I mean, they getting their stuff in front of other artists. I'm like, bro, like that's dope. I just want to I don't know. I know that like artists are still people just like us, but you know, people on bigger platforms to share. And my goal is I want my work out there everywhere, because like my work makes you feel away. Like you see how you just stop. You just said,
I had to ask you that. Because when I first seen you, when I got on Instagram, I'm like, bro. I ain't believe it. I was like, bro did this shit? Bro, that shit hard, bro. Like, bro, I would love to have that shit in my man cave, bro. Like, that shit hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got one of his pieces, but, you know, I'm gonna shout it out, man. I got a little post I'm gonna do with it. I always make sure I support artists, man. Anybody that got stuff going on, because I know I'm gonna talk to bro about his clothing line soon, too. But shout out to Ethan Jeremiah.
I gotta get my shirt too.
Shout out to Ethan Jeremiah for his North. But what about you with setting your prices and knowing your worth?
Man, so you know I do different things, but as far as clothing wise, you know I set my price pretty much to. I always thought to myself, right? I don't want it to be too expensive, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be cheap either. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted something that.
Yeah, we ain't doing Fashion Nova.
You know, I don't want that. Like I don't want something.
Like wash one time, that bitch gone.
If I don't come in, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to a point now where I'm like, I'm gonna sell more. You know, so say a shirt might be $50, right?
Yeah.
But that's reasonable, right? As a grown man, we go to the store, we gonna
a polo t-shirt that at $35, so that ain't bad.
So like. I'm like, I'm gonna put it where it's like in the middle, but still have that good quality where the average person can wear it, you know, but still feel good. You know what I'm saying? So like, really, I just broke it down and was like, all right, what's affordable but what's not cheap? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I just went off of that with the clothes. But like, as far as like photography and videos, right? I started out, I'll be Googling shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking up Savannah photographer. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up. I need to know what the market is around here because I don't want to look like you tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. Like ain't nobody here.
Sometimes you could be too cheap though. That is scary. You know what I'm saying?
Like I ain't buying 25 days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. You know, I'm scared.
Like if you try to be, I'd be like, hey man, how much you trying to photograph? You might be like, give me $50.
It's over.
Yeah.
But some people are expecting that though. So like some people are bargain shopping, and then especially when you get first into. You're new into that trade or you're new into that craft, like photography, for example, right?
Especially when
you're new, you don't even know what a good price to sell the photos is for because you don't really even understand what you're selling or understand really the history behind it or what they're really paying for, all that type of stuff. And then you're selling yourself short. Me, specifically with the photography, I get back to it, but like how I set my prices is at first I used to be like, man, I'm just trying to discount, man. Like I'm chasing every Facebook group. Facebook group. Now I'm there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need a photographer, affordable photographer, man. I'm under the post and everything. Me. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay, this ain't working. Right? Because you're running into, even though you chasing people that's like just trying to get it for cheap and you trying to go the cheapest, you run into a certain type of clientele.
Yeah, for sure.
So then I was like,
on everything, bro.
Right, and they want the most out of you, and then you want to shoot for 2 hours, and then you're getting paid $50. And then you're like, it's weird.
Tired, back hurt.
Tired. Don't even make sense.
Edit.
Yeah, and you still gotta edit it, and they want their stuff yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So
See, I had to learn.
That's your time.
I had to learn I'm selling a product. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selling photos. Like you ain't about to hire me to come take photos. That's not what I'm doing. So like people ask me like, hey, so does that price come with all the photos like that you take? I'm like, nah. Like you buying the product. You know what I'm saying?
Answer that before they ask you that question.
You feel me? Like you ain't about to be on there posting unedited photos. That ain't my product. You feel me? So you gonna be trying to tag me.
Yeah.
I don't want that tag. You can keep that tag. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want it.
a lot of people don't understand that they'll go to screenshotting your stuff and doing all that other stuff.
Quality love.
But a lot of people do, like, clientele is one thing, but another thing is like the price of the equipment. Right,
Yeah,
so a lot of people don't know how expensive all this equipment is. My camera costs over $4,000 right now in the setup that I got. $4,000, $5,000. So that's, if I drop that, that's $4,000, $5,000 gone.
Just the equipment we got in here,
bro. Look at what we ended up with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, the more you invest into it, you invest in because it's higher quality, and then the higher quality, you're not paying for how long it takes me to do it. You're paying for my experience, for my aesthetic, for my knowledge on the craft. You're paying for how me recreating your vision, me getting in front of something better than you would even get to. You know what I'm saying?
And remember I was saying, like, playing different positions. Like, you know, they want you to be the director. Like, they want you to tell them how to pose.
Pay for that.
You see what I'm saying? That ain't my job.
What if I just sit here and say, all right, and just sit here and look at you, you be like, oh, what you want me to do next?
You feel me? You hired a photographer.
I take the picture. Look,
they don't realize when you go to like a movie, like somewhere a big time set, it's different people for those different jobs. They're gonna hire you for every little thing. Every little thing. People, they don't realize like the paintbrushes, bro. Like I seen a meme the other day. It said what people think artists spend money on. Like I think how far they think $100 stretch for an artist. And it was like, you know, them like kits you get for Christmas, where it's like 100 markers and 100 paintbrushes. Nah, you can go. I go to Michael's. You spend $30.
Michael's ain't cheap,
like 3 brushes is $100.
Yeah,
you get 3 brushes for $100.
Yeah, Michael's ain't cheap at all.
At all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like I get it, bro. I get it.
Bro, my camera battery $110. You know what I'm saying? $110.
Yeah.
Memory cards. Like people be sleeping on memory cards.
I'm tired of buying them shit.
I know.
Hey,
bro, I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, bro, I thought it was sweet. One time, bro said, "Hey man, hey man, you need to stop by Walmart and grab a memory card." I'm like, "All right, man, cool, man, that ain't shit." Yeah. He said, "Don't get no bullshit memory card. Get this other memory card." I went there. I said, "Hey man, what's the biggest memory card y'all got?" He bought it up to me. That man wrote that shit. I like, God,
don't get a V80
for a memory card. I call that nigga back like, bro, you know,
I asked for no Xbox.
I pay for this for a memory card. For real. He talking about, I told you, bro. Like, shit. I told you, I got 5 or 6 of these shit. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. Like, I really think though you just price it by, you know, what you want to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to make $100,000 a year, then price your shit at $100,000 a year. Right. Either they're gonna take it or they're gonna leave it. You feel me? You just gotta make sure.
But you know when you first start, you try not to leave nothing on the table.
Greedy.
I need it all.
I need it all.
All money ain't good money.
Forget what your price is. Like how much you got. Like when you first start off, it's like shit. How much? You might hit a price, and they be like, I don't got that. I'm like, well, how much do you got?
I do it for free.
Cause then you kind of like, all right,
exposure.
Cause now he might have 500, but get what he gonna tell you, man. I ain't got number 3.
I got 3. You negotiate against yourself. Negotiate against yourself.
In sales, I learned the first person to talk, you lose. You know what I mean? So if you tell somebody my price $500, and then they sit there and pause and look at you, they waiting for you to drop the price. You just $500.
You drop it.
And just shut the fuck up after that.
Shut up.
Hey, people be getting me though. Whenever they hit me on the spot, like, how much is it? I be like,
I be like, oh, we got disconnected. I'll talk to you later, my boy.
We'll talk about that later.
Baby, how much should I charge?
Go on Google.
Hey, that's it.
Everybody be like, baby, what you think I should charge you later?
Bro, that's how when I did my first pressure wash the house, man, my cousin got on my head about that shit. I'm thinking I'm doing us a favor. I'm like, hey, cuz, boy, I got somebody gonna give us $300, bro. We got this. Let's go knock it out real quick, man. We got to the house, cuz looked at me. Cuz said, hey, bro, don't bid on no more houses, my nigga. Like, bro, he said, cuz, we could have made 5 or something out there. He said, man, and that's when I learned, he like, man, just cuz, you know what I'm saying, I know we trying to get started, cuz, but don't be thirsty.
Nah, you can't be thirsty.
All money ain't good.
It works against you.
He like, man, we worked
Yeah.
too hard for this house. He say, bro, we gonna be here like a whole 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, we ain't made nothing, bro. We wasted our whole day here. You know what I'm saying?
I had some contractors fixing the shed. We had a shed put together, right?
Yeah.
They were fixing our like back porch, and I got the shed came from Home Depot, and it was sitting inside the house in a box. So I said, "Yo, my God!" Like when they finished, I said, "Yo, can y'all build that for me too?" Like, yeah. And they were like, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" I hit him with the how much? He said. And they talking Spanish. I don't know what he's like. I don't know, bro. He said 200. I said, say less. Like, because I knew $200 was way more effective from them. Yeah, for me doing it out there trying to put that thing together, bro. They was out there for like a day and a half. Bro, he was like, it's so many pieces. I'm like, damn, for real,
man. That 200, though.
Yeah, I'm like, we still good. We still good for 2.
All the way to the game, you the 2 in, go ahead and knock that out for me. You go before you change your mind.
Them folks that do this, give you your 200 back. I ain't playing with you, man. I'm about to.
Oh, good,
bro. We definitely had to slide with some more. I'm like, it was definitely.
I know you had to. They was like, yo, we about to leave. If you don't slide us no more, we about to leave.
He waited to the end. He was like, it's a lot of pieces. I'm thinking like they were probably like 80% done.
Got it.
He's like, I ain't gonna lie, because they had to call in the truth. They called in some more people.
Yeah.
He was like, outside. I said, yeah, man, we gotta get this nigga some more money. The wife kept texting me. I think I went to work that day. I'm at the shop cutting. She's come back like she's like they still out there work. I said, damn, they told me it's gonna be a couple hours. Like he keep coming back. So I'm like, we need water. It's too many pieces. I'm like, damn, my bad, my boy. I got you.
One thing I learned though, bro, is you don't price your shit at what you think is expensive. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because then you're gonna be cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Because we already thinking cheap. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? I know when I do weddings, I want to do high end weddings. You feel me? So I target high end people. You see what I'm saying? So when I do tell you that price ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? If anything, you're gonna be like, oh damn, that's cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run with them.
Yeah.
Because every time don't you ask yourself like, damn, like they said yes so easily. What if I would have said,
exactly.
Like you giving yourself a ceiling. Exactly.
Somebody told me that like if you lower your price to the point that you're always busy, you're gonna be too busy for your real client. Right? Yeah. So
that's
like
real.
you might have the value that all you gotta do is do a job here and there every month. But your jobs is way more expensive, man. Like, but if you busy trying to run after this $100 and this $50 and this $100, you really selling yourself short. You busier and you're not even getting your work.
Stretching yourself out, boy.
I'm watching like a couple of like artsy movies and stuff, and one of the recent ones I watched was Really Love on Netflix. And Buddy said Michael Ealy was like, "Yo, be careful with that painting. That's my yearly mortgage, something like that." Like. I'm like, damn, like that one painting pays his mortgage for
the whole year.
I said, nah, if that ain't gold,
you feel me?
If I ain't out here like that day, what? Because most artists, you don't do that when you're alive.
Yeah,
you do that when you're dead. You know what I mean? But nowadays you got this, the digital stuff. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm gonna be there one day.
What was the
NFTs?
What that was all about? I never understood it.
Digital artwork, I still don't understand it. Bro. I tried it a little bit.
What NFT is using the blockchain, right? And what blockchain is that you could store your image online and it could be a one-on-one. So that means you can sell the rights to that image to somebody else, and you could actually have like a picture that's yours on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Every time anybody on the internet use that picture, you get a royalty off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort
crypto?
of
like you got to buy crypto, right?
Crypto. Yeah.
Right.
But NFT, I don't think is gonna necessarily last. It's a good idea. It's a good idea, but it's like blockchain is the thing that is a secure way of
for banking kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like transaction, digital transactions.
I was doing research on it a while, and I was like, I started tapping on like the digital artwork. Got on the iPad to Procreate. Started doing I even tapped into logos for a little bit. Like let me tap into this market. But the more I did it, dealt with certain customers, and I just realized I really like the digital. It wasn't as fun. Painting, I enjoy it, but I take my little medicine. I'm gonna turn my music on. I can paint. You feel me? I can on canvas. I be doing my thing. I'm having a good time. But that digital, all that. I
imagine it's like product photography, right? Yeah. So a lot of people like get into photography, but there's a lot of different facets of photography. Real estate, product, portrait, all that type stuff. But like, I was getting into the product photography, and I was like, man, this is dope. I'm like learning new stuff, but then I realized like, man, this is gonna make me hate. This is gonna make me hate photography because it's like too mechanical. It's like too like anyone can do it. Honestly, if you learn the technique.
When it comes to product photography, you just got to spice it up. You know, like I went to school for graphic design, right? And so we learned product photography. We're like, you know, you're going to add an orange in the picture. Like it's not going to just be in front of a white backdrop. You see what I'm saying? You're going to put little cubes of, you know, something that looks like
don't get me wrong. Them shits is nice.
Okay, so you was going in. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I like what other people do and like the aesthetic of it and like how it looks and how intricate it gets. Yo, some of them is super dope art, but me personally doing it made me feel like I was doing a job.
You're chasing
like,
a dollar.
You know what I'm saying? I'm chasing a dollar instead of like when I do a photo shoot with somebody, it's an experience. So like they're getting a great experience from the time that you on the shoot with me to the time that you receive all your photos back, right? Because you're gonna get better than you expected on everything. It's gonna be exactly what you wanted. On time, all that stuff. During the actual experience, like it's not gonna be like you feel like you have to be something else. Like that's where Candid come into it. Like, you know what I mean? You could be yourself. Like be true to who you are and I'll make it work for what your vision is. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn posing, I had to learn aesthetics, I had to learn how to manipulate the situation or set the mood, like get people like in certain feeling to feel certain ways and all that. Control the vibe of the room and all that stuff. Cause I took that for my brand. I took that into my control. Like, so I am gonna be like your creative director. I am gonna be your confidant, your friend. You know what I mean? Your homeboy, your big bro, your little bro, your you know what I mean? Anything like whatever you need it in
friends. If you want to be friends,
we could be best friends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we known each other our whole life. But that's part of it. You know what I mean? It's part of like what.
Your brand.
What I'm capturing. I want to capture
customer service
is
the biggest thing, really.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like it really starts customer service. You feel what I'm saying? Like it decides who's gonna get the person. You see what I'm saying? Like, all right, this dude might charge more or this dude might charge a little bit less. You feel me? But that customer service is gonna be who they gonna pick.
Come back. You always make them come back.
For sure.
Bro, back in my hustling days, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, people used to like, damn, Alvin, how you do that shit? I could have the trashiest shit sometimes, bro. And that was my fault for y'all who I got. I could have the trashiest shit, bro. And I could get it off.
Yeah, for
It don't matter what it is. Like, bro, it don't matter, bro.
And they don't even feel finesse.
Bro, they don't even feel finesse. They might call me like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in my mind like,
bro, smoking with us day shit.
Like, bro, I ain't even smoking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going here.
Like, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, and a dude had to tell me this shit. He like, hey, bro, it ain't even what you selling, bro. They just fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
all the product.
it just like
not
you is the product. You the product, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They'll sit around and wait for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And man, when I had learned that shit, like, bro, damn, you got it. You know what I'm saying? I just went like full blown. I just, you know, I'm glad I don't do all that shit no more. But it was just. Like,
but it still showed you that you had that hustle in you. Like, even in the streets or even in whatever profession is, or, you know, you're a street entrepreneur or you're a business entrepreneur. You know?
It's all the same. It's almost all the same, bro. It's all the same. It's all the same, bro. Really, bro.
You either got it or you don't.
I feel like I tell everybody, bro, if you can hustle, you can run a business. If you could sit there and bag it up, cook it up, however you do it, bro, and get out there and make profit, you can run a business.
Take focus.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the crazy thing, like tying back to like, cause I always like where I'm at in life, I always refer things back to our childhood. Bro.
Yeah, facts, bro.
You talking about like growing up in different areas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in our areas, we grow up, you hustling.
Yeah,
in
bro.
the streets, you making a move.
Yeah.
But people that come from like Hugh sometimes, depending on what, not just white, but any other race, but having those resources, growing up with resources, you would have been a business person.
Come on,
before,
man.
You know what I mean? Like I wish, again, you talking about like college versus a trade. Like if you teach your kids you get a trade rather than going to college, like you can save so much debt. I went to college and I'm not even using my degree, so I ended up getting a trade. Like, you know what I mean? But if that was pushed, because a lot of times our parents was thinking survival, so you gotta work, either work, military, or school. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, there was no other option because we didn't have time for that shit. You know what I mean? But now we got time, and now we pushing time to our kids.
That's why I say this generation. When you ask me that question about like. If I could go, like, what time would I like to live in?
The era.
Because it's a different ball game now. You know, back then we was all like, our mind was confined. You see what I'm saying? Now we can really have.
You're right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like
me just growing up and like I say, just you know what I'm saying, like being around Caleb, my name, well, Candid, being around Candid, motherfucking you know what I'm saying, just expanding my horizon, like switching up the people I used to hang around and shit. It made me understand that I could, like, I ain't had to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you could go to work and just maintain and focus on one thing and just do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I grew up around that shit all my life. So that's what I own. That's all I knew, bro, at the one time in my life. Like, bro, you can get a job. And even when you got a job, you still hustling. Once you get off work, you back on the block.
Couldn't see nothing else.
Yeah, I couldn't see nothing else, bro. I ain't see nothing else. But once I like just be like, hey, bro, let me get up out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get from around this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once I did that, you know what I'm saying? Shit start getting better for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to say that you got to get from, you know what I'm saying, like it's something wrong with the hood. But you just got to be willing to expand your horizons.
Something different.
Yeah, bro. Like, you just got to be willing to take that chance. Like, hey, bro, if this shit going to better me, I need to get from around this shit. The last time somebody broke in my house was made me get out of Savannah. One day I went to work. I came home. My house was broken into. I looked at my wife. I said, bro, I got to get the fuck from around here, bro. Because I'm going to end up killing somebody. Somebody going to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and I just had Lil Alvin. Lil Alvin probably like 2 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I gotta change this shit. Cause guess what? He gonna be like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that's around us, bro. Got out of Savannah.
Gonna be what he see.
He gonna be what he see, bro. Cause you know us as even as us as parents, we ain't even look at. I ain't listen to my dad like that. I learned from the OGs in the hood, or my peers. You know what I'm saying? My homeboys and shit. I ain't too much. You know, you listen to your pops or your mother and them, but I'm around my peers more than I'm around anybody.
So they understand.
So I'm picking up. I pick up my habits from my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? The shit that we doing. And shit, we doing what we see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I had this trained mind. Like, bro, I had a trained mind, bro. Like, it didn't matter, bro. I was hustling. My wife used to look at me like, Alvin, you ain't got to hustle. I ain't hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hustling. And it was my surroundings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my homeboys was doing. That's what everybody around me doing. The same shit. We go to jail. We right back out. We hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I know exactly what you're saying. That's why I had I went to the Army. You know what I'm saying? Because, like,
I wish I would have did that.
Man, you know how I was saying, I seen one of my homeboys go to prison. Doing 38 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got homeboys going to jail, this and that. But, like, I always knew that's not what I wanted. You see what I'm saying?
Bro.
I knew I wanted more. So I'm like,
lifetime.
I got to do something that's going to accelerate it. You know what I'm saying? At least put me in a direction. You feel me? Because I'm just working a job. I think I was working like a food line, being a stocker or something at the time. And I was like, nah.
It'll make you change your environment when you start seeing stuff like, yo, that could have been me.
Moving here, bro.
If I step left,
moving to Savannah, bro. I seen people with the most money ever in my life. You feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing people ride around in Lamborghinis. I'm seeing people ride around in Bentleys. I'm staying at my homeboy crib. His dad got a Jag that only 3 people in America got. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm seeing this thing. I'm seeing people really have, and I'm like, dang, that little $1,000 check that people talking about back home, you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make $7,000-8,000 a month. That's what I'm trying to do. You feel? Like, my brother buying a house right now, that shit like 4,400 square feet. You feel what I'm saying? And we from the project, so it's like, man, it's nice to see that. You see what I'm saying? And now I can grow from him. He's 7 years older than me. You feel me?
So what's some advice you would give somebody? And we're gonna close out after this one, but what's some advice you would give somebody that came up the way that you come up for both of y'all? So somebody that came up in Baltimore and then somebody that came up in Fayetteville, a smaller town. Because I know about Fayetteville. Yeah, you got the military, but you know, like Vietnam different. You know what I'm saying?
Gangster,
I know about Fayetteville. So like
Baltimore too. Boy.
What type of advice would you give somebody that's in those type of environments?
Man, I would just say, like, stay grounded. You feel what I'm saying? Find some principles you live by. You know what I'm saying? And follow it. And go all the way with it. Don't just be like, oh, I want to do it. You know, people fall victim, I feel like, to like, I don't want to say like ADHD, but like a lot of times, you know, in the black community, a lot of stuff like that is overlooked. You see what I'm saying? We don't look at it like you talking about autism and stuff. Like, we don't look at those kind of things. You feel what I'm saying? So like, pay attention to your mental health. You feel what I'm saying? Be the best version of yourself you can be. You feel what I'm saying? All around, and just go hard. Like, be something different. Don't be what you see. Be something different. Really, that's it.
Yeah, and that's another topic to touch anyway, bro. Like what you say, like just the hood mental health, bro. In the hood. Yeah, bro. That's real.
But yeah, I mean, to kind of piggyback off that, I would, I mean, probably the biggest like thing for me was like taking care of my mental health. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, like no matter which way you try to spin it, we all are products of what we were brought up around. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Whether it was good traumas or bad traumas. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, once you take care of the things that you dealt with as a child, which is the reason why you tick with all your relationships, whether it's with your homeboys, your ladies, your jobs, you know, as a business owner. Like once you really tap in on yourself and look in the mirror, you know what I mean, as a man, I feel like, you know, growing up, the earlier you do it, the better, because that way you can be your best self. Once you realize who you are, then you'll be your best self to even step out into the world to be who you want to be with everybody else. You know what I mean?
That's some good advice.
That's some real good advice, bro. And get you a therapist if you could. So you could,
mental health is important.
Shout out to mine.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. I'll get you a close person you could talk to. You know what I'm saying?
So tell the listeners where they could find you.
Go ahead. So you can find me on Instagram, made the number 2_create with a K, and also at JZack Creations, and then on Facebook just Justin Zachary. Website is jzackcreations.com. Like I said, cuts and canvases. I'm the artist, barber in the community here, man. Girl dad. Shout out to the girl dads out there. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Hey, you can find me at BXM Quan Don on Instagram, or you can find my content page at bxm.entertainment on Also, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my boy Sean Andy. You know, he just dropped a new song. It's called Problems on all platforms. Catch the video on YouTube. He a co-owner of BXM. That's we started this together. You know what I'm saying? So, got to give him the shout out. You know, of course, shout out to y'all for having me here. You feel what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
You know, everybody go follow Bullring podcast.
Facts.
What was the name of that song again?
It's called Problems by Sean Andy and Wolf.
Facts.
Hey, y'all check that out. The video hard, man.
Yeah.
He got some heat coming. Hey, I got some new merch coming. So, hey, everybody stay tuned. You can catch that at bluntxminded.com.
That top one, right?
Top one, yup. You can check them out. You can check our clothes out at bluntxminded.com. I'm going to have to definitely tap in with, bro, I need some designs, my boy.
For sure, bro.
And this ain't going to be the only time you're on the show, man. And we got some panels coming up that we definitely want to be speaking to men, to fathers. We didn't even get into that. For sure. But what it means to be a man, fatherhood, relationship type stuff. I know you're engaged and you're married, like that type of stuff. So we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. So y'all definitely gonna begin to invite. We're gonna add y'all to the pool of guests or panelists that we're gonna be starting off.
I'm always down.
For sure.
But thank y'all again for coming on the show, man. This is not the only time I do photography, man. We're gonna link up. We're gonna collab for sure, bro. For sure. We're going to connect and we're going to work on something, man.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, shout out to the wife. She is now a doula. She's doing her doula services and a prenatal yoga. She's a yoga teacher as well. So shout out to her, Ashe Gardens. It's going to be fire. So y'all definitely tap in at Ashe Gardens on Instagram.
So if y'all want to do yoga.
Do some yoga. And prenatal. All y'all pregnant baby. So
prenatal doula
services. Yes, midwifery coming soon.
She want to do it natural and all that. So.
Yeah, and that's what she want about, the natural herbs, everything. Bro. So I definitely connect you that information too, for sure. Man.
Oh yeah,
that's
man. See, look at that, man. Connections being made and everything, man.
That's what's up.
Right there in your neighborhood. But here, it's your host, Candy. You can find me at I Am Candy 2020 on Instagram. You can also find me at I Am Candy Photography on Facebook. And of course, you can find me at the Bullring Podcast on Facebook and the Bullring Podcast on Instagram. No 2020 was left with COVID,
hey, man, that 2020 was somewhere on there. I don't know where that shit went.
It was, bro.
I don't know where that shit went, but it's gone.
It's tripping on me, bro.
That's Instagram. That's that ghost. That Instagram ghost.
That Instagram ghost.
But man, it's your boy Work Sinatra, man. You can find me at Work Sinatra, Big Work Sinatra, Pressure Boys 912.
Okay.
And the Bullring Podcast, Facebook, Instagram. And y'all go check out all the rails we got. Y'all go check out all the videos we got. We ain't stopping at all. We'll be in Atlanta probably in like 2 weeks. We got to go ahead and line all that stuff up. Shit, we'll probably be in North Carolina in October, November. Like we out of town with this shit.
We moving.
So, man, like I always say, man, pay your bills. Take care of your kids. Because you take care of your kids, God will take care of you. And man, life insurance. I tell everybody, man, life insurance, death is generational wealth. I don't care what life insurance you get. I got New York Life. they good to me, but I don't care who you get you some life insurance. Don't die and let your family be suffering and struggling when you gone, bro. If you want to do your family any justice, make sure you get life insurance. $40 a month, $60 a month. If you can pay for a blue check on Instagram.
I knew you was going to say.
It's straight up. If you can pay for a blue check on Instagram, you can pay for life insurance, bro. Take care of your family when you leave here, because ain't nobody else going to do it. And we out.
Whoa. Sean Handy to God. Let's go.
You know that we came from the trenches. This shit get ridiculous. Better not mention us. This ain't no regular drum. The magazine look like we finna go fishing. I got an AR-15. Fuck around, table my shit to a 7.62. You got a problem with